Did you take a lot of what you learned from coaches, mentors, to into account when you kind of formulated your leadership in your company? Like the way you lead your teams, is that similar to how a coach leads a football team at all? Like motivation, structure, anything like that? Are there parallels there?
Yeah, I think anybody who's a business owner, he's a leader. He's a captain of his team. So he has to motivate his troops or guys or people or employees, and he has to get the best out of all of them because, if not, he's going to, his team's going to be, one of the worst teams or businesses there is. So if you're not motivating your people or trying to get your people to get better or get better people, then you're going to be in the L column, which is a loss. So when you get better people and motivate the people, you get some W's, you get some wins, you're getting some money. So for me, every day is constantly trying to see where I can get better at, because if you're getting better or getting worse, you never staying the same. That's in life and in business. So, I mean, again, it's all co-mingles.
And you have teams, I think, all over the state, both in Illinois and Missouri, depending on the projects you guys are working on.
Right.
How do you make sure that the team as a whole is maybe working as one unit, although they're kind of split up? Do you have any tips for anyone who's maybe in a similar situation with their company?
Well, again, for us, it's just making sure we have good team members, good players, I should say, either one or two, and guys who have our mentality, myself and my partner. And if they aren't where we need them to be, we either have to help them get there or let them understand that, we need to go in a different direction. So, I mean, it's, that's such as life now. I mean, it's, at this point, it's, about, for me, winning, because winning means more money. Losing means I'm not getting more money. So therefore, it should be understood that, hey, at this point in life, I mean, we're friends and we're cool. We laugh, we have a drink, we eat lunch together. But if we're not winning, and you're not helping me win, then, I mean, we have to go in a different direction, and maybe you need to do something different because this isn't working for you. Make sense?
Yeah, that does. I like that a lot because you want to keep people around you that are helping you get better every single day. You don't want people working against you. So I think that makes a lot of sense. You guys do infrastructure work for the most part, right?
Pretty much,
that's the chunk of your business.
Yes.
How did you learn that type of work, or did you ever learn that type of work? Did you instead put the right people in place, or did you have mentors that kind of taught you how that work should be performed, and then you built your company?
A little bit of both. My partner has a 30-plus year background in that particular area, and I've been kind of doing it for about 15-plus years. I'll never beat him in his knowledge, so we got together. I was fortunate to get a guy such as him because he helps me get better in certain areas, and I help him get better in certain areas because, not many people know everything, and I don't claim to know everything, but I got a guy who, he helps the company help us because, he's my partner. He helps us get better in certain areas, and the things that I don't know, I step back and let him handle. Well, not don't know, but don't know as much as he does, and the things that I'm good at, he steps back and let me, kind of quarterback it. So with that being said, it's one of those where, it's still a team. I need my team around me, a team that's going to help us get better. And I think he and I complement each other in that aspect that, we understand, and we say it all the time that, because again, we've lost, and ain't no secret. I mean, we've had some losses, and we've had a lot of wins, but we want to have more wins than we have losses. So we always strategize daily, like, what's the game plan? Let's huddle up. Let's get together. Everything we do is, verbiage from sports. Let's, home runs, singles, doubles, triples. Everything we need some threes. But we don't need missed shots, and we don't need strikeouts. And we don't need broken tackles. We need touchdowns. We need to score. We need to win. So we use that terminology every day that we get together and talk about how to strategize on a job, or how to figure out who needs to pay us to get our money so we can make sure this gets paid, insurance gets paid, et cetera, so we don't have to come out of our pockets.
Yeah. I love the sports analogies. I think that's a great way to motivate a team.
Right.
I know you're busy. You have a lot going on. Before we wrap up, there's one or two things I'd like to touch on.
Okay.
Every time I see you, I do love that you always have kind of a new idea you're working on.
Right.
I think that's indicative of the fact that you're always trying to get better.
Mm-hmm.
For the listeners or the viewers, we try to end every show with what we're calling a hole in one, just the single most important thing that they can do today to improve their situation or continue improving their situation on their path to be a Dana Howard one day. So what would your single biggest piece of advice be for someone?
Well, I hit my kids with this, and my teacher, Mr. Ron Woods, he passed way back probably about 15 years ago, but he always hit all of us with this. He had two things on his wall, and I never forget, and I keep it in my daily life, and people who know him know what I'm about to say. On his wall, it was a lady in tears, and we really didn't know what it was, and he always explained it to us. He said, "I cried because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet." And that essentially means be thankful for what you have, because it could be worse. So that's motivation by itself. And the other one was, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So I hit my daughter with that all the time. And she understands that if I think I'm great, I'm great. If I think I'm not, I'm not. So I'd rather take the positive versus the negative. I know I'm great. So be great today. I know I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do. So take that with you and motivate yourself, because, I think Deion Sanders said it best. God made me, so I'm in control of me. People going to talk about you to the day you die. So don't worry about what they're talking about. Keep pushing. Don't worry about them, screaming at you. Keep pushing. Don't worry about them trying to ridicule you. Keep pushing, because you got to live your life. They don't.